On June 2020, I opened a YouTube channel and asked my friends and students for a 100 subscribers birthday present, which I luckily got. Remember, 100 subscribers is what you need for a custom URL eligibility on YouTube. Soon after we hit that first milestone, our initial random URL was changed to In The Class and our channel was operational. Even when painful to accept, I was not ready to start the channel in June of 2020. In fact, I was teaching my Introduction to Behavioral Neuroscience course at Cornell University and I had no time left to focus on the channel. If I had no time, no knowledge, and no strategy to start my YouTube career, why did I start in the first place? Well, because I was only looking at the bright side of the project. I was focused on the pros, advantages, and motivations of having a successful YouTube channel. Which ones are those motivations? Here is my proposition. I will tell you what I consider my top 5 motivations, and if you know of any other ones, please leave them in the comments. Maybe one of the motivations that you think about when working on your own channel. I would love to know about the reasons moving you forward. Here are the motivations I was focused on. Number 1, connectivity. When I think about In The Class, even now at the beginning of the journey, I feel like I am sharing my passions and drive with classmates from all over the world. It is like accessing the biggest possible classroom in the world. For the last 25 years, when teaching in Latin America, North America, Africa, Europe, or Asia, I would be teaching only students from specific countries in that continent. But here, I could connect one future day with audiences from every country in the world. Number 2, content creativity. As a university professor, I had enough freedom to start several courses, on-the-go different research projects, and organize international schools in many countries. But when it comes to content creativity, I believe there is a bigger potential within the YouTube platform. In fact, I cannot wait to share with you many of the projects in the already long list of adventures that we envision for In The Class. I hope you decide to stay connected. Number 3, time and space freedom. On YouTube, it is true that you will probably end up working more hours than in a regular job, which has been my experience for the last month. But it is also true that if you need to take a couple of weeks to organize an international course on neuroscience in the banks of the Amazon River, like we did in 2019, you will probably have the freedom to do it. And if you take the camera with you, you won't miss the 2 weeks and will be able to keep posting videos on your channel. That's the office, workshop, laboratory freedom that comes with YouTube. Number 4, pressure-free work. I know about the pressures that come with a professorship. Grant application deadlines, manuscript submission and revisions, teaching grades, and many others. And I cannot imagine how many more could be listed for other types of jobs. On YouTube, the pressure comes from yourself and what you want to accomplish. Yes, you are your own boss. Finally, number 5, financial independence. This one comes last because there is no guarantee for financial freedom on YouTube. The odds are against new channels. But if you get there, you will live the dream. The most obvious benefit of hitting a decent level of monetization is that you will then be completely independent. Your work will be providing for you and your family and helping you pursue your big why. These 5 advantages of the successful YouTuber are enough to motivate you and me to create our YouTube channels. But they are not enough to make us succeed. The more I study, the more I realize we are going uphill. And I find it necessary to emphasize how hard is the life of the small channel because that could make new YouTubers study and plan carefully so that later they could enjoy a much smoother path. All of us have something unique that could make us succeed within the YouTube platform. That is why you see successful YouTubers from all backgrounds. Remember that YouTube is trying hard to give everyone a voice and show them the world. This is a noble mission. But it is important to know our weaknesses and strengths when designing our strategies. The following are the 3 main weaknesses we identify in the class. First, age. Well, that's clear. The later in life you start, the less time you will have and the harder it could be. And I am starting late. Second, language. To connect with a worldwide audience, you better start your channel in English. But if that is your second language and the second language of most of your friends, it can be a disadvantage. Third, niche. The more specific your niche is, the easier it will be for your channel to find and connect with a targeted audience. Yet, at In The Class, we want to create content within a broad range of topics that won't benefit how the channel is understood both by the YouTube algorithm and by new audiences. Now, the strength. The following are 3 strengths that could work in our favor, but only time will tell. First, creative experience. Well, maybe that's one of the few advantages of age, don't you think? The 25 years dedicated to education and scientific research should help us, fingers crossed, find interesting topics and approaches to share with our viewers. Second, circle of influence. That one is a plus for In The Class. Our friends and students are of immense value. Many of them know already why we do what we do and fully support our effort. If only because of you guys, this channel will succeed. Finally, the last one and probably the most important of our strength, the justification for this video, the leading reason to start a successful YouTube channel. Third, the big why. That is the reason that will make us risk everything, our guiding star, our YouTuber's passion and purpose. It was my mother who planted that seed in my childhood and made me believe that my big why in life was to change the world and to leave it a better place than I found it. And because this is quite broad and unspecific for the YouTube channel, it could help us if we can identify some SMART goal when planning our YouTube journey. But a SMART goal after the acronym: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Here is my thought. Since 2011, we have been organizing and teaching international courses of neuroscience, neuroethology, and bioacoustics. Cuba, Peru, Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, Nigeria, Argentina, Sierra Leone. Each school was an unforgettable experience for faculty and students alike. Every time we wanted to organize one of these courses, we always asked the International Brain Research Organization and the International Society for Neuroethology for support. Find more about them in the description. And they always supported our schools. I have no words to thank both organizations, but I could and probably should do something about it in addition to thank IBRO and ESN. I believe it is possible to build a YouTube channel that could help us generate the funds to organize at least one international school every year. The kind of schools that IBRO and ESN have been supporting for so long all around the world. If you agree with me that this is possible, I will take that SMART goal as one milestone worth fighting for. One international school a year is already huge. And now you know it. By watching this video, you may be helping us organize an international school down the line. So, in the name of many potential future students, gracias, thank you, danke, merci, arigato, obrigado, spasiba, grazie. One last note, one that I work hard to make my students understand. Our SMART goals are worth fighting for. And if we succeed in reaching those goals and milestones, great. But what makes the journey especially worthy is our talent to enjoy all of it and spread that spark of joy in others around us. I wish you understand me when I say that I feel we are already succeeding in our YouTube journey. That's it. I truly wish you are savoring your life journey every minute of every day, both inside and outside of YouTube. This is too much fun.